హలో, వినిపిస్తుందా? గుడ్ మార్నింగ్ మిత్రమా ఆచార్యపతి.
గుడ్ మార్నింగ్ మిత్రమా. గుడ్ ఈవినింగ్. గుడ్ ఈవినింగ్ టు యూ.
మీకంటే 7:30 అయిందా? 8:30?
లేదు, 6:30.
ఓ, ఓన్లీ వన్ హాఫ్ అన్ అవర్ డిఫరెన్స్.
హాఫ్ అన్ అవర్ డిఫరెన్స్.
ఓకే ఓకే ఓకే. సో you're able to hear me, no?
I am able to hear you.
And hear us.
Sir, namaste, Usha Kiran.
Namaste, Usha Kiran madam.
How are you, sir?
Ovaledi sir, namaste.
Namaste sir. Namaste sir.
Namaste Naresh.
Namaste sir.
Yeah, good evening, sir.
Naresh.
Madam, good evening. Ravi Kumar.
Good evening, Ravi Kumar. How are
Good
you?
evening sir. Good evening.
చైర్మన్
Sir,
గారు
Ovaledi sir, unmute చేయండి sir.
Ovaledi sir, unmute చేయాలి.
సార్ నమస్తే అచలపతి సార్.
నమస్తే ప్రొఫెసర్
Hello,
Rao garu.
hello.
సార్ హలో మేడం. గుడ్ ఈవినింగ్ ఆల్ ఆఫ్ యూ.
గుడ్ ఈవినింగ్ అండి.
సార్ నమస్తే.
ఒకే డిపార్ట్మెంట్
నమస్కారం.
ఒకే డిపార్ట్మెంట్ లో ఉంటారు. హెడ్ డీను చాలా రోజులు అయింది అంటున్నారు.
అంటే మేము విని రీసెర్చ్ డిజైన్లు ప్రాజెక్ట్స్ ఇవన్నీ విని ఇట్లా తయారైనాం సార్. ఏం చేయమంటారు? ఈ ఒక్కళ్ళ మొహాలు ఒకళ్ళు చూసుకోకుండా అదే పనిగా రీసెర్చర్స్ వాళ్ళకి కామెంట్స్ ఎప్పుడే సరిపోయింది మా పని.
అంటే ప్రత్యక్షంగానా అది కూడా ఆన్లైన్?
రోజు కలుస్తున్నాం సార్.
రోజు కలుస్తాం.
Good evening, ma'am. Good evening, everyone.
గుడ్
గుడ్
ఈవినింగ్.
ఈవినింగ్.
సార్ వచ్చిండ్రా? అక్కడే ఉన్నారా?
అక్కడే ఉన్నాను సార్. అమెరికాలోనే ఉన్నా.
ఎప్పుడు వస్తున్నారు సార్?
మే 19, మే 17th బయలుదేరి 19th వస్తున్నా.
ఓకే.
ఇంకొక
మిత్రుడు మాట్లాడుతున్నాడని పొద్దునే లేచాను.
మిత్రుడి కోసం మీరు నిద్రను త్యాగం చేశారు.
అది కదా. అంటే రోజు అయితే ఈ పాటికి అంటే లేవడం ఇట్లనే లేస్తాను ఈ టైంకి 5:30కే. కానీ స్నానం వగేరాలు చేసామని ఏం చేయకుండా కూర్చున్నా. నమస్కారం సార్.
నమస్కారం.
నమస్కారం సార్. నమస్కారం
సార్ నమస్కారం. సార్ మొబైల్ నుంచి జాయిన్ అయినట్టుంది.
ఎందుకు హ్యాండ్ రైజ్ సింబల్ కనిపిస్తుంది?
They are saying hello. They are
Hello,
saying hello.
Anton.
Patrick.
Hello.
And who is the other person?
మూర్తి సార్ ఫేస్ కనపట్లే.
I am not able to read.
ఆల్రెడీ 100 పార్టిసిపెంట్స్. అమ్మో.
Venkatesh, maximum 100 అయినా దీనికి?
ఇది 100 సార్. 100 మిగతా వాళ్ళంతా యూట్యూబ్ అదే వెళ్ళిపోతారు.
Okay. So this is the maximum, sir.
ఇంకంతే ఇక్కడ ఆపేస్తారు సార్.
Shall we start, sir? Then shall we start?
Yes, from my side.
100 is good number.
Okay, start.
Maximum 100 sir.
Naresh?
Madam.
Yeah.
Good evening all the senior teachers and my dear colleagues and student friends for this particular lecture series on emerging areas in accounting and finance. Now this is the program which is designed by the Indian Accounting Association Hyderabad branch and Department of Commerce, Usmania City, Hyderabad. So both are inviting you all for this lecture series. This is the first lecture and the inaugural lecture which is planned on preparation of balance sheet and profit and loss account as per the Companies Act 2013. Now so many changes which are very recently initiated by MCA, and now the today's speaker, Professor Dr. Murthy sir, is appropriate to highlight all the changes which are introduced by the MCA. Now as per my observation, the changes which are there in financial statements, board's report, and audit report. So I'm not going in detail. So these are the important highlights which are there in the present or the latest initiatives which are initiated. So I thank all the teachers who are presented and students, especially Professor D. Obaled sir, President, IIA Indian Accounting Association, Hyderabad branch, Professor V. Usha Kiran Madam, Head Department of Commerce and General Secretary, Indian Accounting Association, Hyderabad branch, Professor V. Apparao, Chairperson, Board of Studies in Commerce, Junior President, Indian Accounting Association, Professor D. Chennappa, Principal, University College of Commerce and Business Management. Now, Professor Prashant Atma Madam, Dean Faculty of Commerce. So, my dear friends, Dr. J. Ravi Kumar, Dr. A. Patrick, and other teachers in the department and outside the university. And today's speaker, Dr. A2 Z. Murthy Garu. Now, before going to start your lecture, sir, as a tradition, and I also welcome Professor Achalbil sir now for this series. And as a practice, we have to take the opinion of our functionaries by taking 2 to 3 minutes in this evening. Later, lecture will continued by Dr. Murthy sir. So initially, I invite Professor D. Obaled sir to address the gathering on this occasion.
Hello, am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So, Dr. Murthy Garu, Dr. Achalapati, Dr. Usha Kiran, Prasanta, Apparao, and all other colleagues, friends, students, good evening to everybody. I'm happy to know that the Hyderabad branch is active in organizing the online lecture series, and it is active, and I wish the branch will continue to activate itself and arrange such programs which are useful to the student community in general. And in this respect, I welcome Dr. Murthy to go ahead with his lecture, and there is nothing I can add. I wish the series all the success. Wishing you all the best.
Thank you, sir, for your presence. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. I request Professor V. Usha Kiran Madam, Head Department of Commerce and General Secretary, Indian Accounting Association, Hyderabad branch, to speak a few words on this occasion and as well as to highlight the objectives of this program.
Yeah, thank you, Dr. Naresh. Very good evening to each one of you, all the elder teachers, senior teachers, and my friends and my younger colleagues, students and faculty of all the affiliated and other colleges. On behalf of the Department of Commerce, Osmania University, and on behalf of the Indian Accounting Association Hyderabad branch, I welcome you all to this inaugural lecture of the series. We coined this as an online series of lectures, especially in the area of the accounting and finance. So emerging areas in accounting and finance. This is the caption under which we are going to organize series of lectures. And this being the inaugural lecture, I am blessed that there are 670 registrations and already 100 people have joined through the link, Zoom link. And there are many who are, listening to us through the YouTube link. And the main objective of this series is one, that is to disseminate the knowledge in accounting and finance areas. That is the most important aspect. And also to ensure that there are, research papers, publication in these areas, because we may include some of the good research papers which have been already published, and we may be inviting those authors to present their papers, so that the remaining people can follow as to what would be a good research paper and what should be the components of research paper and how research papers can be written. And also to see that to equip the teachers and students with the latest information in these two areas, because when we look at these two areas, we find that there are, every day there are changes. And when specifically when we asked about this particular lecture, it is in the context of Companies Act 2013, how to prepare a balance sheet and the profit and loss account. When we look at our syllabus of BCom, we are teaching them, definitely, no doubt, we are teaching them the balance sheet preparation and also the profit and loss account. However, are they in accordance with the 2013? What are all the changes that have occurred and what are all the inputs that we have to consider and how the changes have occurred? This part is not known to many teachers. Therefore, we will be going forward with such kind of lecture series wherein all the latest developments that are happening either in accounting or in finance will be brought to the teachers and students. So definitely this lecture series continues, and every 15 days we would like to have one lecture, for which I request all the teachers and all the students to be there, because after all this series is meant for the knowledge gain. And that is the reason why I am requesting that every time, like whenever we come out with a flyer and whenever we give you the invitation, please make sure that you are joining the lecture. And coming to IAA activities, let me tell you, we all should congratulate each other, because within a span of 1 year, we have added up something around 100 more, the members. So now we are 288. 288. It's not a small number.
300, Usha.
288.
288. Yeah, we make it 300 by the next lecture. So that means the responsibility lies on all the members here to see that, to encourage another 12 members to join, so that we will be, there with 300 members for the next lecture. I hope, Venkatesh, Naresh, Ravi, and Sabiha, and all those, Dr. Patrick, to take this challenge. It's a challenge from IAA and also the Department of Commerce. Of course, Professor Apparao is also there. And I can request Murthy sir and also Achalapati sir and all other teachers, whoever are here, to see that those 12 members are added within the 15 days time span. In this connection, I would like to tell that the Bhadraka College, the management has supported the teachers to take the, the membership. So they have given some money also, and they have encouraged the teachers to take the membership. So that should be the way in which the college management should really encourage the teachers. Otherwise, also 3,600 is not a big amount. The teachers, they themselves can pay that. So you please see that 12 more members are joining. And successfully we have conducted the 43rd All India Accounting Conference. The credit goes to all the members of the Department of Commerce as well as the members of IAA, because it was a huge success. So we were a bit, thinking whether it goes on well or not, because every day we wanted to cancel and then somehow we carried out. So with these, big success behind us, definitely we should be proactive and, keep going for the various programs. And after March 31st, we are planning to have the conferences on the topics of the next conference. that is 44th All India Accounting Conference, wherein we will organize and will motivate our teachers to write more and more papers in those areas. So this is the plan of activity for the next 2-3 months. So we'll go ahead with all your support. So thank you very much, Murthy sir. Thank you very much for accepting to be the first speaker of the series. So I welcome you.
Thank you, madam, for your opening remarks and your initiation in starting this excellent program. And most of the research scholars and students which they are pursuing in their accounting and finance. And it is high time to know the changes which are taking place in finance as well as accounting. Thank you, madam, for your presence and initiative. I request Professor V. Apparao, sir, Chairperson and Junior President, Indian Accounting Association, to speak on this occasion.
Hello.
Sir,
Hello.
audible, sir.
Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes,
So
sir.
good evening, one and all. Professor D. Vobul Reddy, President, Indian Accounting Association, Hyderabad branch. Dr. CMA K. C. H. A. V. S. N. Murthy Garu, Vice President, Indian Accounting Association, Hyderabad branch. General Secretary, Madam Professor V. Usha Kiran, Head Department of Commerce. We are all colleagues. And Professor K.V. Acharapati sir, past president, former head dean, chairman, Department of Commerce, University, and my colleagues from the department, Dr. D. Naresh Reddy, Dr. Patrick, Dr. Ravi Kumar, and others. Dear participants, ladies and gentlemen, good evening, one and all. So, at the outset, I am very thankful to all the members of Indian Accounting Association, national and also local branch, and also Department of Commerce for supporting, for conducting 43rd All India Accounting Conference and made it a grand success. So without the support of Indian Accounting Association office bearers and local office bearers and members and the colleagues from the department and functionaries and officials from the Osmania University, the program would have not been successful, because after 43rd All India Accounting Conference, this is the first program organizing by Indian Accounting Association Hyderabad branch, online program, online lecture series started by Indian Accounting Association in association with the Department of Commerce. The credit goes to Indian Accounting as Hyderabad branch office bearers, particularly Usha Kiran madam and Vobul sir, and supported by others, Acharapati sir and Murthy Garu. So this is a good move, madam. We were planning to conduct this type of programs for the last so many years. Particularly the the number of members also increasing day by day. Now it is crossing around 288, and we hope the number will reach 300, because for the last 3-4 months only the almost 100 members have joined, almost 88 members have joined in the Hyderabad branch. So on this occasion, just I would like to share some information about 44 All India Accounting Conference. Now already Madam has shared some information. Now for the information of the members and the participants here, 44th All India Accounting Conference will be held at Gwalior, Jivaji University, Jivaji University on 29th, 30th October 2022. So the conference will be held at Jivaji University under the supervisorship of Professor K.S. Thakur. K.S. Thakur is the conference secretary.
Sir, unmute yourself, sir.
Unmute yourself, sir.
Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Now, just I want to share no topics and dates. Already dates వినపడే కదా dates.
No,
Yes,
sir.
sir. Dates
No.
continues.
Now
No, sir.
the topics, there are 3 topics and we have 2 common topics. These 3 topics announced by Indian Accounting Association at Hyderabad conference. Technical session 1, the title of the topic is futuristic accounting and auditing. Then the second session, value relevance of accounting information. Then third session, fintech challenges and opportunities. These are the 3 topics. Session chairperson's names also announced. For one session, Professor Usha Kiran Madam is the chairperson. For another session, Professor G. Soral. And one more session, I think Daksha Chauhan Madam from Rajkot. So then we have 2 common sessions, that is accounting, education and research. And the names also announced. Anyway, I request all the participants and members of IAA, you can start writing the papers and contribute papers for 44th conference. Anyway, Madam also planning to conduct local conferences on the topics shortly, because this time a conference will be organized only in the month of October. That's why we have only another say 6-7 months time for preparation. So we hope that this time majority of IAA members, Hyderabad branch members will attend the conference at Gwalior. I think the Gwalior people are conducting conference second time. So earlier we attended, Professor Achalabha sir, myself and Murthy garu, when it was conducted at Gwalior. So definitely I think we all will attend the Gwalior conference. So with this, because I don't want to take the much of you, because Murthy sir is ready for presentation. So this is one of the important topics, so useful for the teachers and also practitioners. So he's going to speak on the preparation of balance sheet and income statement as per Companies Act 2013. So I think he will cover some practical aspects of the accounting. So definitely it will be useful to the participants. So thank you for giving this opportunity. Okay.
Sir, thank you, sir. Congratulations for the successful conduct of 43rd All India Accounting Conference. And thank you, sir, for the part of this program in the evening.
One second, Naresh. We welcome Professor Khandelwal, the senior member of IAA and also the former president. Welcome, sir. Welcome to the series, online series. Thank you very much for joining us.
Apne Professor Appa Rao and his team deserves to be congratulated for this endeavor.
Thank you, sir. How are you, sir?
Fine. I
Thank
am
you,
quite okay.
Yeah, welcome, sir. Welcome to this program.
Professor Chennappa is also there.
Yes, ma'am. So I request Professor D. Chennappa, Principal, University College of Commerce and Business Management, to speak few words, sir, on this occasion.
Good evening to one and all, and at the outset, really welcome all the Accounting Association Hyderabad chapter members. And nice to see the many people. And after the 43rd conference, really it is a very good topic, and then the emerging areas in finance and accounting. I would like to throw some light on it. I hope that Dr. Murthy sir is going to be addressing such a issue. So now either in the accounting or finance is quite emerging. Digital finance has come. Not only digital finance, now we are going to be experiencing about the digital currency from April 1st onwards. How the money value is there, how the M3 value is there, how it should be reported. And the global already started by the cryptocurrency, but we are going to be reporting. How this is focusing on to the digital transformation. And looking about the appropriateness of the report, either into the accounting or finance. And not only talking about the financial activities and the non-financial activities also playing greater role into the reporting, and that is going to be influencing the balance sheet as well as to the equity capitals. and so many risks and challenges are there. I hope that this series of lectures may be addressing, or coming lectures may be addressing about the recent development and how the India is moving towards to the reporting in comparison to the international standards, BASELs and international reporting. With this inaugural remarks, I welcome all the members. I hope that the Department of Commerce is dynamic, and the Accounting Association is also very vibrant and highly dynamic, and taking up the series of lectures and creating awareness among ourselves. It is a very great platform. Really, I thank all the members. I also welcome all the people, more than 100 people who have been in this platform. And thank you very much for giving me this wonderful address to say inaugural remark. Thank you, Naresh sir.
Yeah, thank you, sir. Thank you for your presence and sharing your knowledge on this topic. I request Professor Chalapathy sir, we need your blessing, sir. Please speak few minutes on this occasion.
Thank you, Dr. Naresh. Professor Pobul Reddy, President of the IAA Hyderabad, and all functionaries of both the IAA and also the Department of Commerce. I would only say that by starting the series, Professor Usha Kiran as the General Secretary and has taken a very good initiative, because running an organization is like cycling. The moment you stop pedaling, you are nowhere in the MS fair. So that's a very good step, number one. Number two, the please continue the topic-wise discussions, presentations from experts. Number two, these two I would like to say. And I would only say that on 15th of March, on IAA Day, I am delivering a lecture for the Southwest West Bengal branch of IAA. Those who are interested can join. Thank you. And I wish my friend, Professor Dr. Murthy, the West of because he is a subject expert. He is both a chartered accountant, a cost accountant, and also doctorate. So we are keen to listen. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Sir, before you start, Murthy sir, just one submission. On 15th of March, we are going to celebrate IAA Foundation Day. So the detailed program will be shared, and definitely we will attend the program of Professor Achalapathy. However, even Hyderabad branch would like to celebrate. Physical meeting we are planning. So very soon, we will be just circulating the information to all the members. Please do join us. So
very good.
Thank you.
Yeah.
See, the
Thank you,
timings are not clashed.
Sir?
Timings not clashed.
Okay, sir.
Oh.
Right.
Okay, madam. Okay, madam. Thank you. Yeah, I welcome Dr. KCH Aviation Murthy. Before going to address, I want to take only 1 minute. Everybody knows about today's speaker. So very senior member. Now the Central Council member, the Institute of Cost Accountants of India, and also the member of Chartered Accountants. Now we know very well about prolific writer and speaker. So mostly we observe the column in Varta related tax related issues. He will address, and he will also answer the questions which are raised by the general public in that newspaper. Sir, I'm not going to waste the time of all the participants. Yeah, please excuse me, sir. I'm not going to read out your full data. We know very well, and you are very much serious about academics as well as your profession. Thank you, sir, for your acceptance. Please start your session, sir. This is yours.
Very, very good morning or good evening to all of you. I'm happy to see all of you in good health, good spirit after
Sir,
Corona.
Good morning to Achalapathy, sir.
Yeah, good morning. We wish we will have very good days of health, and also next, which is important, wealth. President of the Hyderabad chapter, Mr. Gogureddy Garu, 2 past persons of IIA, Khandelwal ji and Achalapati ji, and 1 future president, Mr. Apparao. The department headed by Prasantatma, headed by Dean Usha Kiran and BOS Chairman Apparao, my colleague in the profession, Naresh Reddy, and dear friends. First, of course, at the belated, let me wish Happy Women's Day to all my women participants today. Now, next, friends, I always say that to become an accountant, one should not be a CA or CMA. You should have only 1 qualification, 2 qualifications, common sense and patience. Beyond that, nothing is required. However, friends, a BSc home science student is asked by her grandmother to go to purchase vegetables in the right bazaar. Poor lady does not know what is tomato, what is potato, what is anapkai, what is vankai, what is bendakai. She has come back to home. Grandmother, I don't know what any vegetable, though I eat regularly what you cook, I like it, but I don't know any vegetable by its name. So please come along with me. This is the problem with any BCom student. To prepare a balance sheet is very, very easy one. But you should know 5 important points. What is an asset? What is liability? What is income? What is expenditure? And what is equity also? If you know, if you can distinguish between asset and expenditure, you can do draw a balance sheet. Friends, whatever you do, if you put all debits in asset side or expenditure side, you put short plant and machinery in expenditure side. You put share capital on the income side. Balance sheet will tally. Balance sheet is not 42 donkeys on the left side, 42 donkeys on the right side. If 42 donkeys are both sides, a same figure put accidentally, incidentally, it's not balance sheet, it is balancing the figures only. We don't appreciate it. That is the reason, students, please note that if your balance sheet is tallied incorrectly, you will get 0 marks for the last figure. The last figure, which you claim that you will get 20 of 20, but the last figure of balance sheet, 42 donkeys, you will get 0 marks for that particular observation. What exactly I wanted to tell is, dear friends, don't balance the figures. Don't do. Please simply put all assets at proper time, liabilities, income, expenditure. You will get very good marks in the examination. And the views today I am expressing today are purely my personal in nature. They do not bear anything on my institute, of which I represent as Central Council member. Friends, it's very easy to prepare a balance sheet once we identify asset, liability, and equity, expenditure, income. But good or bad, since suppose, for example, keep left in Hyderabad roads, in India roads, whereas Mr. Achalapati, who is right in America, he maintains keep right on the American roads. Why? Because the law says very clearly. The law says very clearly, keep in India on the left side. And the law is reversed in America. That's something that we were obliging a law very, very particular. Friends, to any action, any section in any act deals with definitions. Company law is no exception. Section 212 deals with books and paper. They say books and paper includes books of accounts. Then please refer to 213. 2 in brackets 13. It talks about books of accounts. They have given a very good definition for books of accounts in the company law, which says that all sums of money received, nothing but cash book, all sales register, all purchase register, asset register, liabilities of the company, and cost audit rules also. It also talks about 148 of the Company Act, which deals with cost audit. In other words, this is nothing but the common sense. The management wants state-wise details. The university people will want subject-wise details of the admissions, BSc, BCom, like that. Maybe fees also. The authorities will always try to analyze the balance sheet or figures of accounts. Hence, they want department-wise or state-wise or sex-wise or age-wise, anything. So your account should naturally convey to the needy of the management. That is the what law says very, very clearly. Friends, 10 points exactly about accounts are, you should know the meaning of the financial statement. Section 2 in brackets 40 deal with financial statement. They say that it includes balance sheet, P&L account, cash flow statement, changes in the equity, and notes. Of course, as an examination, you may not require the flow of cash statement, cash flow statement, changes in the equity, and notes. You are concerned only with 2, balance sheet and P&L account. And if my good old friends must have studied only Schedule 6 as per completion 1956. Schedule 6 is almost more than 60 to 70 years, and a T-shaped balance sheet. Left is liabilities, right is though not right in right manner assets, and that is balance sheet. And income and expense account, we'll call it as profit and income profit and loss account. But now the word is profit and statement, and it is balance sheet. T days are gone. Earlier it was optional either to make a horizontal balance sheet or vertical. Now that option is not there. It's no more T. It's only coffee balance sheet in lighter manner. In the sense, vertical form, one after one. You write first assets, then come liabilities, etc. Friends, the second thing is you should do the accounts or books of accounts as per accounting standards. We have got nearly 30 to 35 accounting standards applicable to every one of us. I am happy to know that the syllabus is in MCOM. These accounting standards are applicable to the company. They are also applicable to us as chartered accountants. If I fail to comply with these accounting standards, I am liable. One more funniest thing is, if books are not maintained, the fine is 50 lakhs to 5 lakhs. If financial statements are not prepared properly, there is also one more punishment in the law, which is apart from fine, jail, Sri Krishna Janmasthanam. That means you can see the importance of the financial statement. And third is true and fair view. There are a lot of debate, court judgments about true and fair view. We will not go to that. Simply true and fair view. Then comes consolidation. The law says that it is considered in the case of branch and head office. For example, our own IAA, though we are not covered under Companies Act, we are consolidating for our own analysis, for our own knowing the figures. For example, we say that Hyderabad is largest chapter or some Kasi, whatever it is, performance wise, everything we will analyze on the balance sheet. Third thing is technical, it requires opening of the approval of the board quite naturally, being competent authority. And we can please note that the statements can be reopened, the balance sheet can be recast, but that's the most abnormal situation when court interprets. The live example is balance sheet is recast. All of you know, don't go to the details, but it can be recast, but with the approval of the court. It can be also revised if it warrants. Hope we will not go to those worst situations. Then it has to be filed with the register of companies well within time. Nowadays, you must have recently NFRA, National Financial Reporting Authority. It is head on all of us. I am referring to CA and CM Institute and also CS Institute. Rightly observed by Gaddam Naresh. Nowadays, MCA site, I can miss one day's newspaper for knowing what is happening about Ukraine war or stock exchange, but I cannot afford to miss 1 hour delay in reading the MCA website. Every day, every 1 hour, we are getting notices from MCA, and CAs are afraid of signing a balance sheet because of the work, the expectation of the stakeholders, whether it's government or non-government, use too much from the chartered accountants. This NFRA is advising us, is monitoring us, is it goes to is enforcing the law and overseeing us. These are functions given to NFRA. Then standards. Board will also prepare a statement called DRS, Director's Responsibility Statement, for the accounts and for statements. Lastly, every member has got right to have balance sheet. These are the 10 points, which means the balance sheet is for you. I'm referring to students. For you, it may get a compulsory question in accounts paper and get 20 marks. But outside the world, outside the examination hall, this is the most important document for any company's lifetime. It's as good as articles or as good as memorandum. They are made only once in a lifetime, but balance sheet is an annual affair, and be careful. You should know main difference. And second comes, now the latest is section 129. It is schedule 3. Nothing but balance sheet. Our balance sheet, what we teach to. I'm again telling my student friends, it's very easy to prepare an incorrect balance sheet. You will prepare accidentally, incidentally, but it is wrong. It may be, but do it technically, practically, like swimming. Swimming, how do you do? You can't learn swimming or cooking by listening to a video or a grandma. No, you have to compulsorily sit in the kitchen and cook for your grandma. You have to swim compulsorily in the waters, then only you will be a good swimmer. And accounts are no exception. Balance sheet. Now, schedule 3 deals with balance sheet. I don't know how many of my friends know that it has got 3 divisions: division 1, division 2, division 3. Division 3 deals with NBFC, non-banking financial companies. Division 2 deals with those companies which are in which I have to enforce IAS accounting standards. Division 1 deals with all small companies where there is no need to implement IAS, Indian accounting standards. Practical tips to students is being a valuer. I normally find 2 or 3 mistakes made by they don't put date properly. Balance sheet will be as on, P&L is for the year. They don't understand the difference between for the year and as on the date, and they fail miserably with a in valuation. Secondly, in depreciation, they don't understand that in P&L account we put depreciation only for the year. In the balance sheet we put the cumulative. Please note the difference. In depreciation balance sheet we put cumulative till date depreciation, whereas P&L account carries only that year depreciation. Secondly, they do many adjustments in exam out of tension. They do many mistakes unintentionally, and kindly don't use shortcuts. Don't use shortcuts. The examiner will get very, very annoyed with your shortcut. For example, in a P&L account, the last item on the left side, expense side is depron for. What could be depron for, my dear friends? Depron for. One sentence, one word. Depron for. It is not a chemical industry. It's not a medical industry. I think I have many students here. I don't know whether they can answer. They can't answer me, no? They can't answer. But the question is well known to every one of you. I couldn't get. The question is, they know the answer very well, but which month has got 28 days? Which month has got 28 days? The answer would be always February, but all the 12 months have got 28 days.
All the months.
Secondly, prepare BRS. Again, I am using shortcut, though I showed you not to shortcut. Prepare BRS as on 31st June 2021. Those who rectified it as 30th June will be given 1 mark extra by the valuer. Means the student should be very, very attentive and don't use shortcuts. Depron for is nothing but depreciation on furniture. Depreciation on furniture is shortcut. And who likes that? You as a lecturer, you as a valuer will not like that short. So don't get P&M, LNB. No shortcuts, please. Don't do shortcuts in examination. We have much time to do a balance sheet correctly. Now, this Schedule 3 is a really excellent document prepared by the company authorities. Thanks to all the authors. It contains general instructions, what to do to prepare a balance sheet. Excellent instructions given by the Government of India through the MCA department. Next follows part 1, which deals with balance sheet only. Again, they have got specific instructions. You please refer it is a 70 to 80 pages document, that schedule, very big document. It contains all the instructions very, very properly, systematically, fully, and complete, very, very adequately. Even a common man understands the language, unlike the law language in America. Next, part 2 deals with P&L statement. It's no more called P&L account. Please note the point. It's called P&L statement. The word is, please appreciate the word. And it all, again, P&L, they have given a big details of list, what to do, what should not do, how to classify, what is accounting, nothing but counting and accounting. You count the cash, of course, now it is all digital currency, count and account properly, classify correctly, apportion rightly, allocate rightly. This is what exactly is the accounts. So they have given instructions what to do and what not to do. Next, they also talked about consolidation of the accounts, in which case branches and head offices are there. Now, division 2 deals with big companies where IAS is affected. Same set of instructions, but the balance sheet will be a big balance sheet. For example, the first division 1 balance sheet is a name like Apparao. Division 2 balance sheet is like A to Z Murthy's name. Means a very lengthy balance sheet, vertical written. It has got more columns, more information. Secondly, practically, we also always say the previous year's figures in the balance sheet. After an examination, we are happy or we are sufficient with only 1 year figure, that year figure, the two which are given in the balance sheet. In professional examinations, please note that they don't give the trial balance rightly. Rightly means inadequately. They don't give a trial balance to you. They will give figures to you. You have to have your own trial balance. The missing figure could be normally capital. Normally capital they will not give. You have to put all debits and credits. Then you should know what is the asset. Not mere credit. Credit, weight, though we teach all those 3 principles in the initial phase, you should understand asset. I told you the classic example of, don't quote me anywhere, the BSNL balance sheet. BSNL balance sheet, the editor has given 28 qualifications. 28 qualifications, not 28 is not like Abdul Kalam's qualifications, what he read. Here in auditor's language, qualification means disqualification or unpleasant note. These 28, the essence of all 28 qualifications is assets are wrong, liabilities are wrong, income is wrong. ఆగుతానమ్మా ఎవరో మధ్యలో ఆగారా వద్దా చెప్పండి. Which is actually this balance sheet, all the 4 items are subjected to. Then which is correct in the balance sheet? Which is correct in the balance sheet? In the balance sheet, in the statement of annual accounts, the right thing is company's name, director's name, auditor's name. All with all 28 disqualifications, all the 4 aspects which are the important for the preparation of balance sheet are wrong. That means, of course, that is practical or practice we don't consider. Now we come to the theory part of the things. Dear friends, just see the schedule. In fact, this is our Bible for us. We refer, I will not do prayer every day, but I should compulsory refer Company Act and IT Act every day. 22 Act, as latest as possible today. And of course, Google search MCI website. Now, if you go to the balance sheet, section 128. My lecturer friends, kindly just impress them about the importance of the balance sheet. They may pass. We are not worried about their pass. We want them to be out, not with a tallied balance sheet, but with tactics to do a correct balance sheet. We don't want a balance sheet made of accidentally with become. We want him to do how to equipment all back. 28 it talks about books of accounts. Nothing but you have to maintain true and fair view and go as per law, and you should maintain 8 years. And the punishment is 50,000 rupees penalty to 5 lakhs. And naturally, cash book, ledger, sales register, fetch register, incidentally, whether it is company law, income tax law, or GST, all these things say same thing. And you, with your common sense, you as head of the organization, you as MD, you in any capacity or concerned with accounts, will expect only these things from the accountant. Next comes 129. Nothing but the financial statement, Schedule 3, associate accounting standards, and true and fair view. And here the punishment goes to into the imprisonment. Now that's all as per company law. Now we'll come to Schedule 3. In fact, for interviews, the starting point for any student is Schedule 3. Once upon Schedule 6, a man who goes to accounts post, the first question what they will ask, did you do balance sheet of your company? This fellow will say, yes, sir. Then what is Schedule 3? What is the starting point? First question will be, so this is not only for getting 20 marks in your examination, but it will facilitate you to be more comfortable with the interview board to talk about. Please by heart it. Please mug it up. You know how Sherwan died recently. You know how much is quotation gone by all cricket players in the country or world. You know Ukraine war loss. You also know the Pushpa's latest collections. Pushpa 2, who are the hero. Please also know, dear student friends, please also know the Schedule 3. Schedule 3 is very, very easy. The only disadvantage in company preparation is we have to go as per law. Had it been home or a property concern, you can do anything as long as assets or liability. Nothing is to be bothered. But since you have to go as per company law, please comply the company law, and hence love the Schedule 3, mug up or by heart or read 3 times, and that is the end of the story for a successful starting story for a successful entry in the employment. Friends, Division 1, see, it talks about the pro forma starts with liabilities first, then comes assets, what we owe, what we own. These are different words given by just to make it understand. We owe, our liabilities, we own our assets. Secondly, shareholders' funds and reserves and surpluses and money received for against share warrants, share application money pending. Please recollect that in good old days, when we were preparing Schedule 6, there is no provision for application money pending for allotment. We were putting it our conveniently. Means the law, the pro forma does not provide place for this pending allotment money. But now they have taken care in this particular Schedule 3. The first one is shareholders' funds. Then comes applications and pending money. Third one is non-current liabilities. See, the new concept, not unknown to any one of you, but earlier we were knowing more lighting, long-standing liabilities are unsecured creditors, long-term liabilities. Those words are gone. They are no more relevant to at least in company side, right? As per procedure, you have to consider with non-current liability, nothing but long-term borrowings, deferred liabilities, other long-term liabilities, and long-term provisions. Now, current assets, current liabilities, short-term borrowings, and the list goes like that. And coming to assets, it's no more fixed assets. We don't have the word fixed asset in the balance sheet. There is no word, it's called only now non-current assets. World has changed, our world has changed, our latest terminology. Please understand, non-current, nothing but your fixed assets. Practically here we put all practical assets. And I always ask my students a question, of course, which now cannot be answered. Where do you park your vehicles? What exactly I mean with this question is, where do you put vehicles in the balance sheet? Where do you park your vehicle means not parking place at your house or in Amirpet or Chaurasta or Usmania University. I want the answer from the student that where do you park vehicle means where do you put your vehicle? Normally students, they treat only plant and machinery, land and building as fixed assets. They don't treat vehicle as fixed. But for the purpose of Company Act, vehicle is a fixed assets. Now it's called non-current assets. Then comes in assets, so of course, property, plant, machinery, land, building, all the list goes in its seriatim, which is well known to you. Then comes intangible assets. Please note the difference. Intangible assets come here. Capital work in progress will come here. Fixed assets which are not capitalized during the year or advance paid for the mission. And intangible assets under development. Then comes non-current investments, long-standing investments, long-term investments. And then comes deferred long-term loans advances, which is beyond 1 year, 3, 4, 7 loans from big banks. And then comes other non-current assets. Then the second item, last item in the balance sheet is nothing but current assets, which starts with current investments, inventories, nothing but stock. Stock means again raw material, work in progress, finished goods, and then comes trade receivables, cash and bank equivalents, nothing but cash and bank balances, and short-term loan advances, and other current assets. In each of these heads, they have given all the list is so exhaustive, so explanatory, so informative. It contains everything. May not be in the examination, you may get such all items. You may get mainly 1 or 2 broad items, but the list is so exhaustive and it contains all the details. And really, please read all the schedule 3. Then comes part 2, nothing but your statement of profit and loss. Earlier we were calling it P&L account. And if you remember very well, we are also making trading account, manufacturing account, trading and P&L account in the same pro forma, same label as P&L account. There is no trading account or manufacturing account in the case of company accounts. It's only P&L account. But we were putting manufacturing first, then trading, then P&L. Now, though these are gone, it's not like that. It's only simply statement of profit and loss starts with revenue from operations. We should distinguish to analyze for the performance of the company between operational income and non-operational income. If I sleep on 50 crore worth investments, 50 crore FDs, which fetch me every year, say 10 lakhs as whatever it is, good amount of income, it is not my performance. It is not my operating capacity. It is quite natural. If I put 50 crores, I will get definitely 5 crores as income, which is not because of my performance. So this documents will distinguish between operational income and non-operational income, and then comes other income. The second one is other income, nothing but what other than operational income. The first income speaks about my efficiency, my operating capacity. Second is about my laziness or my idleness or my automatic getting of income. This does not talk about my performance. Then comes, that's all, well, two things. Income from operations and other income. Then comes expenses. Again here, cost of capital consumed. Please here note, this is nothing but our manufacturing account. Here we start with opening stock, add purchase, then less closing stock of that, the material consumption. Then comes purchase of stock in trade, nothing but our trading account. Our earlier manufacturing account has become only one word now. Our earlier trading account has become now only one single word. Next comes inventories, change in the balance sheet, change in the closing stock, closing, opening and closing. Then comes the employee benefits, nothing but salaries, wages. And then comes finance cost, depreciation, amortization, and other expenses. This is the brief balance P&L account as per the schedule, part 2 of schedule 3. Again, they got thousands of explanations given in each and every account division. It's worth reading for a lecturer, if not for the student. But students should be definitely familiar with the words, those 5 principles. What is Vankaya, what is Bendakaya, what is Kanda. Many people purchase tomato first and then they go to for potatoes. That's what thought common sense. Same thing happens also applies to our commerce profession. Friends, now coming to the latest amendments which are applicable 1422. 1422, they are prospective in nature. I don't know about your syllabus or those rules. I don't know. I'm ignorant of all the things. But prospective things are, government is giving more importance for MSMEs, SMEs, micro, and our institute also has got a separate task force for SMEs, separate task force for agricultural advice, agriculture task force. In fact, I am chairman of this ATF force in our institute actually. What exactly I want to convince you in the latest balance sheet, latest rules, latest editions, whether we will call analysis, the concept is analysis. Look, you are a good accountant. You have prepared a balance sheet very rightly, correctly, ethically, legally, practically. It's right, it's correct. It suits all the requirements of the company law, and directors approved it, board approved it, your AGM, it is approved. It's a very well documented legal document of the company law. But that is not sufficient for the analysts. That's not sufficient for the stakeholder. Though this document complies all the requirement of the company law, thanks to auditing profession, thanks to your own intelligence, thanks to your own hard work. With all that, the government, the bankers, the lenders are in one single word, the stakeholders, other than including the shareholder, is not happy with this document. In other way, in the lighter way, what we say is, in practice, don't look at the balance sheet and be happy or unhappy. Look at the notes. Balance sheet without notes is incomplete analysis. P&L account without notes is incomplete analysis. Any clever man will not look at the lunch slip or gift coupon in the balance sheet. Any wise man will see only the notes in the balance sheet. I am talking about printed annual report, not this balance sheet or an examination. Any clever man will straight away go to only to the notes. Now here comes, see, the one concept is transparency. One is analysis. Government has put many instructions, not instructions, given guidelines to us, to our profession as a chartered accountant. Look, your report is inadequate. This information is not sufficient for us to analyze. Please enlarge your scope. With please give detailed explanation. Please give detailed notes in the balance sheet. So we are forced to do so. With this amendment, which is prospective from 1/4/2022, the expectation of the government with us are now becoming this particular document. This document is analysis of the Schedule 3. It is nothing but the expectation of the government stakeholders through the auditor, through the accountant, through the qualified person. Earlier, option was given to us to round off the figures in the balance sheet or P&L account. Now it is mandatory. Means they don't want rupees, or they don't want 10 rupees or 100 rupees. They want only lakhs or crores or beyond that. It is mandatory that from now onwards, all the figures should be compulsorily rounded off. Because on the pretext of there are some balance sheets which show in 55 paisa, 200 rupees, say 72 paisa also. 72 paisa is immaterial. You know, one more concept in the accountancy is materiality. You know those two rules: consistency, substance, materiality. 72 paisa is a big balance sheet of 72,000 is very, very insignificant, immaterial, ridiculous, meaningless, useless for any analysis. Who bothers about 72 paisa? I want about 72 lakhs or 72 crores. Now, the second is this is from the angle of only share capital. They wanted to show share capital with promoter's name. Never we had in the balance sheet names of the shareholders or promoters, except in the memorandum and except the director's names. But here comes the rule that promoter's name, number of shares, percentage, change in the year, change of what you call staking in the company. Government is watching your investments. How did you put? How much you have taken back? Like that, they are watching you. Second thing is, this is important from the practical angle. It's all made with recommendation from the SEBI to the stepper. Then comes current maturities of outstanding will be known as called as short term. Those some nomenclature is there. Let's not bother about nomenclature. The other biggest change is trade payables. It also applies to creditors or debtors. We call earlier creditors. We are not giving any analysis. Simply trade creditors other than creditors. For example, I have to pay money to Mr. Achalpati as Achalpati is my employee. I will call it a trade creditors. I have to pay advance. I have to pay some. I purchased machinery from Naresh. I will show other words. That's all. But now the document asks you to go less than 1 year, 1 to 2 years, 2 to 3 years, more than 3. See, less than 1, then 1 to 2, 2 to 3, and others. And again, sector wise, MSME, others, disputed dues. I fight in the court that is disputed. I have to show separately. Then comes MSME, dispute with MSME and others. Here, the interest of the government is very, very clear. Many MSMEs are not taken care properly by the companies. These people, they become bad debts for the MSMEs actually. Now, government is giving top priority in this analysis to prompt the authorities to take action about the companies which are defaulters in paying MSMEs. For example, I am a debtor in a company balance sheet. For the last 4 years, I have not getting money. I can't talk. I can't take any legal action. Means I can take, but I am poor man to afford legal cost. And if I go to court of law, those people will not give business to me actually. They will get grudge against who will normally, any discontented employee, if he goes court of law, he may win, he may not win, but the employer will be unhappy with him actually. Practically, he does not give salary, he does not encourage. Many MSMEs are unnecessarily hit by this particular silence on the part of the companies. This document, for the first time, it analyzes much about MSME. See, it's the accounting concept, accounting disclosure. The disclosure, we are going very detailed disclosure. It's not mere Kratos, trade payables, and get lost. No, it's analysis. Just imagine. Of course, computer will do all this analysis very, very easily. That means if I show you that a MSME is not paid by me for 3 years, definitely company will take a legal action against me now tomorrow. It is not mere account prevalent in the existing in their books, no more. This information will prompt authorities to report that Murthy company has not paid to MSME for last 3 years. Take action against Murthy. This is really a good session to encourage MSMEs. There are many MSMEs which are not paid promptly, sincerely, timely by the companies, and they were always hiding this information under the one single word, trade Kratos. Now that will go, this will give a good document to MSME minister, who in turn will definitely prompt action against about in the company. Second is, due date also should be disclosed. This is really, this is not accountant's job. I'm sorry, this is not auditor's job actually. The auditor is almost an employee of the company nowadays. The auditor, for the peanuts what he gets from the company, auditor has to work along with the company's accounts officer or CFO to prepare the balance sheet, because he also signs the balance sheet. Similarly, BOD, board of directors, they can't say that we have not attended the meeting, we have not seen the balance sheet. No, they have got audit committee. Audit committee will scrutinize them very, very thoroughly. They got finance committee. BOD, they can't, they have to give a statement, DRS, direct responsibility statement, and every pie, every statement, every rupee input in here will talk about their ignorance or innocence or their knowledge or their participation. That means I'm indirectly promoting directors' active participation, auditors' full involvement. See, honestly, to tell you the truth, any audit we will not do 100% watching. I'm telling you frankly, we will not do 100%. We will not on all the 365 days watches and certify the balance sheet. We go on faith. We go on test check basis. We go on sample, random sample. But the responsibility is 100%. I can't say that I have not watched the February watches, hence fraud in the February, please accept. No. If I sign the balance sheet once, I am for the all 365 days by 24/7 of the company. That is the concept. Next is property, plant and equipment. They wanted reconciliation statement. For the first time, normally we say that they said what is not capitalized, work in under process, or sorry, work in under progress, not commissioned. We are showing advance given like that. But now the first time they wanted reconciliation. Reconciliation of the advance is given, how much we have adjusted towards how much we have used, how much is depreciated, how much is not depreciated. This is really, we cannot do any manipulation in now. Earlier, if I normally, if you don't mind, stock and depreciation are two areas where companies resort to some sort of manipulation. Stock I can value, I can't tell you openly in this forum, but we can always change the figures. Stock, not physical stocks, but valuation of stock. Depreciation. The word is useful life of the asset. It is very, I always say that in English, very good language, small words convey very good meaning, very broader meaning. What is commensurate? I don't know. What is reasonable? I don't know. What is small? I don't know. What is big? I don't know. What is reasonable? Again, these are useful life of the asset. I will say that my scooter is useful only for 1 year. In British Airways, they wrote off their runway for 99 years, almost 100 years. Just normally we write it off buildings in 10 years. But it is there that our policies, they say, they claim it, they get a certification from the engineer that it's useful for 70 and 99 years. Useful life, nobody can decide. Who will decide? Technical man. We will make some adjustment or some hera-peri with him and he will give certificate. Useful life is always a controversial judgment. Secondly, accounting standards. Unfortunately, in every standard, The laws are very, very good. LEAWS laws are very good. The provisions are good. But judgment is given to auditor. For example, we read, all of us as lecturers teach 8 methods of depreciation in the school, in the college. All 8 include replenishment, or mission hour, rate water. But when we only take 2 in income tax, WDV and SLM. Income tax says only WDV. But in company law, I can opt either SLM or WDV. That's sufficient for me to take care of my profit, depending upon the wishful thinking of the management. See, so depreciation is one more. I don't say there is manipulation, but judgment, as long as judgment is given to auditors, management will take advantage of the judgments. Second thing is, now, next, similarly, assets reconciliation. Never we heard BRS being teacher or being a sufferer of bankers' mistakes, bankers' reconciliation statement. But we heard also reconciliation of stocks, being head office versus branch office, missing or shortfall or anything. But you never heard of assets, including intangible assets also. Not only physical assets, intangible assets. For example, goodwill or copyrights or software. Here now I cannot go for any sort of adjustments. If I booked last year some software entry, I call it asset. I have to give explanation. I have to reconciliation. Reconciliation means figures. It's not a mere explanation. Explanation word is very simple word. I can use good English and I can come out of the problem. But reconciliation, I have to give reconciliation to the figure, to the company, to the authorities. Then comes trade receivables. Same, less than 6 months. Receivables is not 1 year. 1 year in creditors, but here it is 6 months. 6 months to 1 year, 1 to 2 years, 2 to 3, more than 3 years. Means I am caught. I am caught means somebody is watching very, very carefully. Murthy, you are not paid to so and so for the last 3 years. Pay him. He is a sufferer. He will go to court of law. That man, based on this document, that man can go to court of law. Murthy government did not pay him. So these are the again undisputed, disputed, doubtful. We give 1 mark for bad debts, provision for 1.5 mark here, but lakhs of income will be incurred in bad debts, everything. This is the art. Lastly, they are asking us even to talk about unbilled. In software industry, we have unbilled and billed. Billed means which are billed as per agreement, as per the before March. But in many companies, especially software, you name it, any company worldwide, they will have with them many unbilled services, which are complete, but they don't bill. For the first time, there is a requirement that we should also talk about unbilled services. You know, billed service only, there will be some adjustment or some hierarchy. Unbilled, just imagine, I am asked to give unbilled, whether I should say 0. In April month, you asked, we have got no unbilled as of 31st March. How did you bill on April 1st? I can't prepare anything with 1 day or in 24 hours. Suppose 31st March, I say that there is no unbilled in my services. On April 1st, I raise a bill of 50 lakhs bill. He will ask me, Mr. Murthy, you have told on 31st March, unbilled 0. How did you make a 50 lakhs bill on April 1st? This reconciliation is very, very dangerous. Practically, this is really a tough task for the accountant, CFO, as well as also to. Then the types of borrowers, promoters, directors, KMP, key managerial person, CA is a KMP, company secretary is a KMP, and related parties. See, just imagine. Of course, these will not come to your examination or your 4 rooms examination hall. But law expectation is promoter, okay, directors, okay, KMP. And then comes related parties. How much loan you have given, how much you have borrowed, how much you have paid, how much is outstanding. Then capital works again, reconciliation. Then intangible assets development, the process and schedule, aging schedule. intangible, I can book depending upon my convenience earlier. But now that's not possible. We have to go beyond. I have to give aging schedule for these things. Next comes the ratios. Of course, some things are about companies, personal behavior of management, directors and everything. That's not related to accounting. Registration of satisfaction of charges, section 1, I don't remember now. We will, every company has to register with the Company Act and they have to satisfy the law. Without registration, the debt is not acceptable for any action. Then they will talk about net capital turnover ratios, net profit ratios, ROCE, return of investments, and many such ratios. And lastly is the company shall give details of the. See, this is really funny. Funny means don't just mistake me. This is really out of the books or out of the accounts or out of the records. The company shall give details of any transaction not recorded in the books of accounts that has been surrendered or disclosed income during the year. We are always tied up or fed up or busy with books written. Our problem is to draw a balance sheet is not very easy now. It's a difficult task as practically. But they will ask us to, did you bring any transaction out of the books and showing here? That means they are going auditing beyond audit. In fact, Acharapati, sorry, remember that we have done a seminar, audit beyond books of accounts. Do you remember, Mr. Acharapati? Audit beyond books. The concept of central government is auditing the auditor's accounts. They are auditing the auditor's account beyond books of accounts. We are not just conferring to books of accounts. We are not conferring to tangible vouchers or big books or tallies or whatever it is. We have to go beyond books of accounts. The expectation of the management is, the expectation of the government is, maybe this will be definitely useful for MCOM passed candidate to do a research, but to prepare it is very big task for the auditor and for CFO. Definitely, some of you want to take research work, can take this document about company's performance. You take 2 or 3 companies' balance sheet, if they are published, and make an analysis. It will be easy for you, but my friends, auditor first dies and he wakes when he gets fees, and he will be happy as long as company stakeholder, company law, MCA does not invite you for any discussion. See, we get love letters from the income tax department. Love letters means notices. We get love letters from MCA. Auditor is getting, not the directors. Directors sleep in his AC cabin. Auditors are spending sleepless nights for the 1 lakh piece paid to the auditor, and we have to maintain 8 years all the books as per company law. Nothing wrong, we can maintain. But that auditor statement responsibility is lifelong, and we have to give UDN. UDN means unique identification number to the balance sheet. Suppose that today I have given a balance sheet of 96 lakhs, and on same date I can't be balance sheet, one more balance sheet of 95 lakhs. My hands are tied up with my own initiative. Believe me, earlier 8 lakhs certificates were issued by the auditors when there is no UDN. Now that rule has come, only 5 lakhs have come. That means either 3 lakhs certificates are wrong, or there are 3 lakhs people in the country who are claiming to be chartered accountant without passing the CA examination. They will put simply stamp ACA and put some number. Who is there to check up? Bankers, unfortunately, don't know these rules. They will simply go by the word auditor or chartered accountant. They will believe the rubber stamp than the books of accounts. They will go by the rubber stamp. So auditor ne sign kara. Okay, sign kara. Please accept the balance sheet. Now those days are gone. I cannot certify anything more than once. In the sense, changing the fair I am telling. Earlier, there were 4 balance sheets: 1 to Excise Department, 1 to GST, 1 to income. I know I should not corrupt the become people here, but I am telling you very, very practically. But now it's only 1 balance sheet, like 1 nation, one tax, like one item, one balance sheet, a complete balance sheet, a full balance sheet, adequate balance sheet, meeting all the requirements of the latest company. I hope definitely 1922 will be a different big task for all chartered accountants. First, we have to become accountants of the company. We have to become munshi first, then accountant. Then probably with our rubber stamp, we can claim that we are auditors. Then with our UDN, then we may get our fat fees provided MCA does not issue allowed to us. Similarly, income tax also. Please note that there are one more tax act is there in Company Act. I'm sorry, Income Tax Act. Incidentally, the information what I give in balance sheet they will tally with the GST returns, and they also will tally with the bank, especially those who take loan from banks. They are verifying. Earlier, GST people and income tax people were not friends to each other, like Pakistan, America. But now they have become so close, they are sharing information. Please note that your Form 16, your 26 AS of your own, Achalapati and Naresh Reddy Garu or Kandera Valji, your Form 60, your 26 AS contains but your details. That is your horoscope. That is your Kundali Karan. Kundali Karan or what are Kundali? Jatakarattam. It contains everything about you. There are many senior citizens who come to us, sir, this deposit I did not know. It is not mine. Sir, but it mine, sir. I have forgotten to tell you. They have forgotten to tell the auditor. But income tax man has woken if him. Look, this is your fixed deposit made by you last 20 years back. Please pay income tax. The Kundali cover is not now in our hands. The IT, for a definitely for after 2 or 3 days, you will not file it on your own. They will file, they will assess or harass and send you love letter or refund. Definitely the days will come. They will do everything. Like a notice, they will get, look, Achalapati sir, this is your income, you have to pay so much, please pay immediately. Without your signature, they will take everything because of Aadhaar card or coming to balance sheet, company balance sheet. These are all issues which come under from 1/4/2022. And for my student friends, put date. See, any examiner will be happy with the moment he sees performing in the balance sheet. You have to go compulsorily comply with the proforma. You can't put jigsaw assets one side as you remember, as you recollect. No, go as per the procedure. Put the road, put the date, put the no shortcuts, no adjustments. Put all figures. Even the balance sheet does not tally. Naresh Reddy Garu will be kind enough to give you pass by 18 marks out of 20. Means what exactly I want to tell students is your balance sheet of 42 donkeys left and right will get 2 marks extra. Don't bother about the 2 marks. Please put all procedures rightly 1 to Z. For example, company, all as liabilities, assets, income, and you will pass. You will get 90% in the exam hall. Thank you. That's all I want to, with little known to me, I am sharing with you. Any advice or any questions, welcome to take.
Yeah, thank you, sir, for the elaborated presentation and recent changes, some of the important changes which you have already highlighted. Sir, my side, may I take one question, sir?
Please.
Yeah, this is regarding the details related to the cryptocurrency or the virtual currency, how the companies which they are going to disclose in their books of accounts if they invest in the cryptocurrency.
No, the proforma what I have told you luckily does not talk about cryptocurrency as of today, but definitely, actually, cryptocurrency, though the government is making much noise or voice, it is not a tangible, legal. I don't know whether I can use the legal or investment as of today. Income tax department and RBI are working on that. As of today, this document does not talk about anything about cryptocurrency. Nothing is. I also checked it like you. The moment I have seen the latest, I also going for the word cryptocurrency here. That does not find place in this document, but definitely before September, because September is the last date for filing a document with the ROC. Before that, it may come. I told you, every day we are getting circulars notification in the MCA. So cryptocurrency, your point is well appreciated. It may come at any time. As of today, it will not come.
Yeah.
Sir, I have a question. This
Please.
is Usha Kiran.
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
That is, the question one is, see, as per the Income Tax Act and as per the company law, we take up the depreciation using the two methods. Okay, then what is the need of teaching the students all other methods? Why should we have that in the
Madam,
syllabi?
you teach 8 methods to in classroom. Please recall.
That is true. That is true. That is
And
the question.
only 2
I'm
are
asking.
accepted in company law.
True.
One is in income tax.
True. So if that is the case, when we are going by company law and also income tax law, why to think about the remaining methods?
Why to?
Isn't it? Why to think about, why to teach the other methods?
That's what
Is it to,
in fact, you should tell me answer.
the students that these are all the methods available? But as per the law, we are using only either 2 or 1.
No, you should tell me as a teacher, why should you teach 8? Don't teach 8.
That's
Secondly,
what-
more than that, madam, the rates of income tax depreciation are different from Companies Act. See, one more funniest thing is, the Income Tax Act even today says 10%, 5%, 10, 15, 20, like that. They did not use the word useful life. But in company law, the controversial word is not controversial, not the sensational word is useful life. That's both acts are made by Government of India. One is administered by MCA, one other is administered by Finance Department, Finance Ministry. But 2 acts, 2 rules, 2 depreciations. That is the reason in preparing in income tax paper, we disallow the depreciation as per company law. We add back and allow the depreciation as per income tax.
No, all that theory and practice is true. My question to you is, you people are auditors, chartered accountants, and you are doing both the income tax practice as well as auditing. Then why don't you think about it and then resolve it with the 2 ministries? You can raise this question. What I feel.
Honestly, to share all the exercise become futile. First point. We have represented many times to Finance Ministry. Why to? Secondly, in IAS also, accounting also, they have given judgment. I mean, two are accepted as per IAS. One is income tax, the other is Company Act. The third is, which is binding as per law, is IAS. IAS has given 2.
Okay.
Naturally, judgment is you are touching. You are only worried about teaching. Teaching is a small thing compared to making accounts. While making accounts, judgment is there, means judgment will always lead to wishful thinking of the management only. We talk much about independence in the auditors and the platform and get claps, but we get slaps from management when we don't. When we talk about independence, means practically what happens. That's what I told you. The opinion is of that of only Murthy, not of Central Council member of the institute. We have represented many times, but IAS no change, government no change. They still continue. They added extra controversy by using the word useful life. Earlier, they were on different dates. Secondly, extra shift. Third is most interesting is classification also. See, the classification of company law is different from madam. I should tell only in Telugu. Bavi and Nuyi, well. Well in your house is plant and machinery.
Okay.
As per income tax. Books are plant and machinery. There are Supreme Court judgments, madam. I can't go beyond judgments. Well in my house, from which I draw water is a company, is plant and machinery. Normally, we classify well under civil works or building. That is common sense. But judgment is there. Library books, we draw under plant and machinery. Madam, the definitions of more than the judgments of the courts, which are to be honored by us, sometimes a common man will not understand. Your common sense does not work. See, already law itself, law is law. I will tell one favorite dialogue which will be appreciated by Acharapati and Kandarwal. कानून के हाथ लंबे होते हैं. कानून के हाथ लंबे होते हैं. That's all. In law, no logic, no magic, no argument. You are going as per law. That's all. Why means why also they don't tell. They should not tell. That's all. In GST, for example, in GST, one more new mechanism has come, wherein every tribunal is empowered to give advance rulings. Papad, Appadam, what we call in Telugu, Papad is one rate in Maharashtra, Sambar is one more rate in Chennai, and Roti is one more rate in Karnataka. AAR, Advanced Accounting, Advanced Mechanism. I myself approached the tribunal for a clarification. They have given judgment in my favor. So Murthy is paying 18% on Sambar in Chennai, but Usha Kiran may madam pay madam 12% on Sambar in Karnataka. There are many particular issues in both company law, income tax law, and judiciary is one more mechanism which is giving the interpretation of law in a very different manner. So that's all, madam. At least I can't talk beyond that in the forum.
Yeah. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Yeah, any more questions?
Yeah, I think a student has raised his hand. After that, I will talk.
Yeah.
Okay, sir. Yeah, please.
Surampalli Chandra or something. Is he talking or shall I talk?
I'm extremely happy today. Kandirwal Sahib has given much time to me, Acharapati and Babu Reddy. Thanks to all my senior professors in the profession. Thank you.
Yeah, I think he's taking time. I
Yeah,
would only say that takeaways. It's an excellent presentation by Dr. Murthy. It would have been more lucid had it been presented through PowerPoint. That's what many of the participants are saying in their chat. PowerPoint presentation, normally he takes that. Maybe he is March month, we are arranging this program.
No,
So
actually,
Acharapati sir,
I have come only today morning to Hyderabad city after a gap of 1 week.
That's what I understand.
And I recovered recently from Corona also. So
yeah,
otherwise I would love to make a PPT.
I can understand. However, the takeaways I would like to give one to the Chairman Board of Studies, one to the head of the department. The Chairman Board of Studies may note that the best way to make people to read, especially the lecturers, to make them to read the original document of the Companies Act 2013 is to bring at least 2 adjustments from the latest amendments in the balance sheet that you give, in the profit and final accounts that you prepare in the corporate accounts. So chairman should ensure. That's what we can do while moderating the question paper. At least add 1 or 2 adjustments. For example, trade creditors you can give in the adjustments. Trade creditors prior to more than 6 months, less than 6 months. Suppose you split and give. How do they show in the balance sheet? Is a 2 marks at least they will get. Like that, you should introduce every question paper at least 2 adjustments from the latest Companies Act 2013. That's what I suggest to the Chairman Board of Studies. It requires people sitting in the Board of Studies, because I was former Chairman Board of Studies. I know we will do the moderation, do the changes while revising your question paper. That is one point I would like to say. Second, for the head of the department, I would say that please introduce caselets for the MCOM students in the analysis, balance sheet analysis. You have that financial statement analysis as one paper in the MCOM. So you bring some caselets wherein short questions like about 5 lines questions on giving some case laws mentioning from the Murthy's lecture very complex things like auditor's responsibility and other stakeholders' responsibility, etc. That is my suggestion. Thank you.
Sure, sir. We will look into that.
Yeah, anybody wants to share?
Saturday. Sir, I would like to add a few points here. When we moderate the question papers that are given to us, most of the papers that are prepared by the examiners, they are not as per the Companies Act of 2013. Then how do we proceed?
Yeah, that's what where the moderator has to look whether it is according to the Companies Act or not. If it is a corporate accounting, if it is not according to the corporate accounting, perhaps you have to recast the question paper. That is where moderator plays the role.
Yeah, one advice, Sabiha. I just would like to tell that whenever you are going for moderation, please look into the year in which the accounts are prepared. That is the first thing.
Correct.
And the second thing is whether we are teaching the subject considering the Companies Act 2013. So when we don't introduce any changes, we can't ask questions. So it all depends on the syllabus. So let us discuss this in the department.
Sure, ma'am, sure.
Yeah.
Sir, I have two submissions to all of you. While valuing the papers, I am not competent as you are. I am only I know little knowledge practically. But dear friends, don't look at the 42 donkeys left on right side. That's all. Don't give any priority to 42 donkeys on both the sides about assets and liabilities. You look at only concepts and order of, because it's a company balance sheet. Since company balance sheet, look at the pro forma, don't look at the figures also. Look at the pro forma. If that fellow knows pro forma, if that fellow by hearts and reproduces the entire balance sheet as per company law procedure, give him good marks. Now, secondly, what Achalapati has told has been happening. You can also watch with Mr. Kandira Balaji. Bombay Chartered Accountants Society in the country is it's as good as our CA Institute. Though it is separate body, separate entity, separate trust, BCAS, every month it will publish in its magazine. See, CS, CMS will get every month magazine. No? In that magazine, they will publish extract of published accounts. Not a routine matters like plant and everything. If anything is very critical, important, sensational, produced in the balance sheet. I am not taking information from the inside source of the management. Never, not in the insider trading. It is, I will draw information from the printed balance sheet. And for example, software, cryptocurrency will be one more example, first example in future. So the gold bonds, the stock exchange movements, the Ukraine war. Similarly, last time we had the effect of, do you remember 2000K, long back. So the auditors were writing in published accounts, in their printing. That published accounting information is implemented to all the auditors. I may not see the Brook Bond balance sheet example I'm telling, but if we publish Brook Bond balance sheet in our books, I will read it and I will understand what to do, how to do. This is a very good session by Achalapati sir. I don't know how far it is. Students can read balance sheet. Lecturers also, you will read balance sheet because for your research work, please go beyond that and draw good observations. In fact, I spend every day reading new balance sheets, new notes on the balance sheet. It will give a useful information insight to all of us actually. I am talking from practical angle, not from examination angle.
Yeah.
Kandirvalji,
yes, sir.
Blessings.
Sir.
Dr. Murthy,
Yes,
my hearty congratulations to you for making a wonderful speech today. It's very useful and insightful lecture. I have one loud thinking that we have to change our examination system totally. There must be examination based on actual balance sheet and profit and loss statement of a company prepared as per the new company law. And then we ask a student or an examinee to analyze it. May it be an open book examination.
Yes.
Yes. But अपने no question paper, no 5 questions or 10 questions out of which you can do 5, nothing. Only one annual account statement or annual report of a company is given, and then he is asked to analyze. He can refer to books, notes, etc., whatever he wants to do. So this type of the system we have to introduce. That is my suggestion. Then some practical insights will come. Otherwise, with traditional examination system, I think we will not be able to realize our goal of preparing good students, good researchers, good teachers. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Namaskar, Khandelwal ji.
Oh, namaskar, sir. I am feeling that we are meeting in USA.
Oh, yes. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you.
But thanks to some changes, I really appreciate take the clue from Khandelwal ji. We taught, I'm referring to all of us, we taught holding companies to the students, which is not in the syllabus. We taught Ganara Simurre, which is not in the country. I should know about Ganara Simurre and I should also know holding companies, but they are not in actual India. We don't have those things in India. What is not India is much told. Make it a compulsory question. What is relevant is not taught in the accounts syllabus, which you regard to syllabus makers. I don't understand the issues we referred, but really both the ideas of Achalapati and Khandelwal are very good. It is only practical. What exactly the suggestion is only take the what is happening. I don't know how far I reached the students today. I have told this is a good platform for me to ventilate my difficulties with the Department of MCA and Income Tax for the preparation of balance sheet. I don't know what it will be beyond that to most of you. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, sir. Yeah, anybody wants to share or raise some questions? Yeah, madam.
Yeah. Hello, Naresh.
Madam, tell me.
Yeah, it's really insightful, and I really congratulate Murthy sir for accepting and also, coming forward to deliver this lecture. And definitely, sir, as I said in the beginning, it is all, to make our teachers and students to know what are all the developments that are taking place in the subject. So whether it is there for their examination or not, that we shall not bother. But at least, we all should understand as to, what is going on in the subject. So to that effect, definitely, whatever you have said, it is truly relevant, and there is much takeaway from your lecture, sir. Thank you very much.
Thanks to all.
Yeah, thank you, sir. So I thank all the functionaries from Indian Accounting Association, Hyderabad branch, and from the department. And today's speaker, Dr. KCH AVSN Murthy Garu, for addressing the recent initiatives by the MCA. And this is very much needed to know all the commerce graduates, postgraduates, and even teachers, those who are teaching. And a lot of research also which is required. So sir also highlighted the points which you have to do research on the topics which are very much relevant to accounting. So I thank one and all the participants. I thank for the spending your valuable time here. So I understood that you may be carrying some important inputs from this lecture. So we will continue the same in future also with some other topic. We will come in front of you. Now, Madam already said that this is the program which we will continue, and every 15 months we will have the series of
15 days.
lectures.
15 days.
15 days.
15 days, every 15 days. Thank you, madam, for the opportunity. Now, I am also very much thankful to my co-convener, Venkat, for all the technical support which he has made. And thank you, Venkat, and thank you all. And especially thank you all the senior teachers who have participated and so graced this particular event successful. Thank you one and all.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for giving the opportunity.
Thank you.
And also, dear participants, feedback form is available in the chat box. Please complete the process.
Yeah, I have filled it. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you all. I think this program is a great success, and we shall look forward for such programs. So thank you. Thank you very much.
Madam. Thank you, one and all.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Bye. Bye, everybody.
Bye, sir. Murthy, sir.
Bye, ma. Thank you. Thank you, all of you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Bye.
Sir, resend the feedback form, sir.
Feedback form is also available in please complete the process as early as possible.